A recent study by the journal Poetics has found a link between love for bad films and high intelligence. Now I could have told you this, I love bad films and I think really good and talk smart. So to celebrate, here's a list of 5 of my favourite best worst films of all time. Number 5. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Now I wasn't going to do one of these lists without including a film by Ed Wood, who is pretty much the godfather of terrible cinema. Despite having little in the way of budget or talent for that matter, Ed Wood set out to make a science fiction epic about aliens trying to raise the dead to save the world for reasons. It's filled with terrible acting, shoddy sets, but perhaps the most interesting choice is Ed Wood's decision to include his friend Bela Lugosi, who by this point was dead. They achieved this by using footage of the late actor that had nothing to do with the film they were making, and any in-between scenes, they used a body double who simply hid his face like this. Yeah. Number 4. Manos, The Hands of Fate. This low-budget horror from the 1960s follows a family on holiday who fall into the trap of a pagan cult, guided by weird and possibly drunk goat man Torgo. Now for the longest time, only low-quality copies of the film existed, but back in 2011, some guy managed to find the original masters of the film, and that poor unfortunate soul spent his time painstakingly remastering the film for Blu-ray. So whoever said you can't polish a turd was wrong. Number 3. Showgirls. Now, Paul Verhoeven's a good director. He's made some quality films. RoboCop, Total Recall, Starship Troopers, but somewhere along the line he somehow made this. Starring Saved by the Bell's Elizabeth Berkley as the overdramatic Nomi.
Different places.
The film answers the question nobody was asking: what if All About Eve had a lot more lap dancing and tits? There's an unforgettable sex scene that I can't show you for obvious reasons, but let's just say it'll ruin swimming pools and champagne for you for life. So the best I can do is just show you some of my favourite lines of dialogue from the film.
She looks better than a 10-inch dick and you know it.
It's me, fucking.
I like nice tits. I always have. How about you?
You're the only one who could get my tits popping right.
Must be weird not having anybody come on you.
At the film's premiere, Kyle MacLachlan, who sports one of cinema's most unfortunate haircuts, was famously overheard shouting, "I thought this was an art film," as he stormed out.
Thrust it! Thrust it! Thrust it! Thrust it! Come on, thrust it! Ah! Okay. That's enough. Thank you, ladies.
Number 2, Troll 2. Now I know what you're thinking, Chris, I've not seen the first Troll film. Don't worry, it's got nothing to do with the first Troll film. It's got nothing to do with trolls. It's about goblins! It follows a family who moves to a new town called Nilbog before they realise that, wait a minute, Nilbog is troll backwards! So naturally the town's inhabited by goblins disguised as humans who are planning on eating them. The Goblin Queen, Leonore Gielgud, shows just what happens to your teeth when you chew that much scenery.
This is my house.
But the best performance in the film is this one line.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
And number 1, The Room. The Room is the passion project of Tommy Wiseau, a mysterious man who wrote, directed, and starred in the film. Now most of the films on this list are a product of a misunderstanding of how films work. This is a misunderstanding of how people work. Character motivations change at will. A character brings up that they have cancer only for it to never be brought up again. There's 4 unbearable sex scenes in the film. Dialogue is badly dubbed over.
It's a beautiful party. You invited all my friends. Good thinking.
James Franco is making a film about the making of The Room, which has a cast list that is downright impressive. But before that comes out, do yourself a favor, check out The Room. It really is the best, worst film of all time.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!